Today's video is brought to you by Mad Generosity.
What's he unboxing? What'd it be? Well, I don't know. Shut up and see.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. As a horror reader, I like scary things in my books, but as a book collector, I'm terrified of bad things happening to those books. So the true horror is a book that gets damaged in the mail or lost in the mail, or somehow it's the mail's fault. Well, a little while ago, I got an email from a friend of the channel who said, "Hey, did you get that book I sent you?" It said it was delivered on Monday, and this was Thursday where he emailed me. I'm like, "No, I didn't get a book. Sorry." He goes, "Oh, well, I sent it to the address that's in your newsletter." I'm like, "Oh." That address is like just for legal purposes only, and that mailbox there wasn't set up to get packages. So I was terrified. He told me what the book was, and he was just generously sending me like an extra copy of the book, and he wanted to surprise me. So I called the place where my mailbox was set up, and they're like, "No, we don't have it." I messaged him back, and he's like, "Yeah, it's coming back. I'll send it to you. Give me your real address." So I gave him a address, and it arrived today. So I guess if there's a lesson in all of this, instead of having something lost in the mail, please reach out to me first and let me know. But let's get into this, because this is a book I have been dying. There are two books that broke my heart to pass on, and it was Psycho and Winterset Hollow. You know what makes it harder for me to pass on a book is when I interview anybody who contributed to that book. And if you watch this channel, you'll remember perhaps that I interviewed Jonathan Edward Durham, who wrote Winterset Hollow. Fantastic author. I read that book and I loved every minute of it. And when I saw what Paul and team had brought to that artist edition, the classic edition, and the numbered edition and all that, I was really upset I was no longer in a position to acquire those books. So this is going to be an emotional unboxing for me. But I'm a man, so you're probably not going to see it. I'm pretty good at, maintaining the facade. So without further ado, and I will say this box feels awfully heavy for one copy of the classic edition of Winterset Hollow. Unless that book is a lot heavier than I realize. Here it is. Oh, a Suntup unboxing. All the awesomeness of a Suntup unboxing. A rare moment. Just let me be here for a minute. Just let me be here for a moment. With I do have other Suntup books coming. I have Kin and Boy's Life. You could still get Kin. Can't get this one though. Oh man. Oh, what? Okay, there's a letter here that I don't know if I should read this out loud. It's quite long. I think perhaps I will read it this evening and respond in kind. But there's a whole thing. I'm laughing because what I saw happening here right now. I will share this. Okay, so this is funny. Okay, so I've got here in my hands a few chapbooks. This is The Man Behind the Mask by one Richard Chismar. The Man Behind the Mask. So it's a chapbook signed by Richard Chismar. I have a couple of Richard Chismar chapbooks myself. I have The Lake is Life. I think that's the only one I have. But I'm seeing something else here. Yeah, I have this as well. The Lake is Life. Not writing, not storytelling. No, The Lake. Signed by Richard Chismar. So 3 copies of The Man Behind the Mask, 1 copy of The Lake is Life, and then the infamous Mr. Purple, which I have read. I own this. I did a review on it. And oh my gosh, Mr. Purple. Oh, Mr. Purple. signed by Billy Chismar. So this is Richard Chismar's son who wanted to publish a dick joke. And we have the appropriately titled Mr. Purple. Oh my God. Oh, that's chef's kiss. That is a great opener. I am dying to read the letter, but without even those words, this is a great opener. I see something else that's pretty incredible here. Oh well, look at that! It is the Silence of the Lambs arc. This was the arc Paul gave to people as a loyalty arc, and it came with this that was signed by Paul Suntup. Nice. This is super duper awesome. I have one of these, so I will figure out what to do with all this stuff um, in a moment, in a hot moment. But oh, that's hilarious. Oh, one other thing. So the invasion 2016 begins. Battlefield Earth. L. Ron Hubbard. Bookmarks. That's cool. That's fun. 2016 was a minute ago. Battlefield Earth. Okay, that's cool. That's fun. And then this, a book I did not think I was going to own. I did not want to pass on this. It's hard. I'm, doing these interviews for Suntup. I'm getting to talk to the collaborators, the artists, the authors, and meeting them, engaging with them on a personal level. And these are books I desperately want, and then after talking to them, I want them even more. And so having to pass on this was brutal. It was brutal. But there it is. There is the dust jacket. I've never seen the naked book. Oh, that Suntup freshness. Winterset Hollow. And of course, the classic edition. Oh, that is neat. I've never seen that. Look at that. So you have the label up here, and then the label down here for the Suntup, the publisher. But what's interesting is all the other artist editions I have like the title, the author, and the publisher all up in that label. That's how Red Dragon is. See, I ain't making it up. But yeah, I never saw that before. So that is cool. So here's the story with this. Eyeofmanos got this book from Paul, and it was defective. And he reached out to Suntup on the page and said, "Hey, I got this paste down flap that's not properly glued." Paul's like, "No worries, man. Replacement's on the way." And then an ambulance showed up and dropped off, because it was an emergency situation, dropped off the new one. And he's like, "Hey, I have this extra one. This windbag sounds like he really wants this book. I'll send it to him." And then it proceeds to cause him a headache, which I thoroughly regret. But yeah, I have archival acid-free glue, and that's an easy thing to fix. So, but that just highlights the amount of customer service you can come to expect. Jonathan Edward Durham and Maura O'Connor, who did the art. Signatures signed there. I don't know why I didn't talk to Maura O'Connor. A lot of times availabilities don't line up, and I'm not able to talk to all people involved. And is in the case of Maura O'Connor, I don't know what that was. It could just been a time conflict, but I would have loved to talk to her and talk about this art, which this takes me right back to the story. This is a brilliant story, and I can't wait to read more of Jonathan Edward Durham's writing. He's fantastic. And I know he's got more that's coming. And if you follow him on Instagram, he's absolutely hilarious too. Absolutely hilarious. There's the fox. Oh, what a great book! What a fantastic gift! What an amazing production! It all adds up to a phenomenal day. So, Thank you, Eye of Manos. I can't wait to read your letter. I appreciate all the extras. A lot of good laughs on that, man. And I'll figure out something to do with these materials. And um, I'm just happy that I can share the joy on this unboxing with everyone, because that's what this channel is all about. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody who watches. I am beyond thrilled to add this to my shelf, right next to the trade edition of Winterset Hollow. So thank you. Thank you for joining me this time. I hope to see you again next time. And in the meantime, stay frosty.